Hey Kirk. 3 likes and we haven't even started yet. That's fantastic. That's how it should be. Wonderful Saturday, everyone. As always, I would appreciate if you're just leaving a comment where you're from, but also I like to check if I can see the comments today. So at least I've seen one so far, so that's the good news. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this here. Okay, but apparently this is working, so fantastic. Welcome to Sweden. All right. Yeah, so today I got nothing to do because my wife is visiting my parents-in-law with our 3 daughters. So I thought this is a perfect opportunity to have a live stream, looking around, checking the animals that we got here at our place, and also talking a bit about the setup that we are using. Some of you might have seen I have the chat working here. For sure. So in case you're having any questions, just feel free to let me know. And I try my best to show you around. I was hoping to also have one of my employees here today, but unfortunately he got a big party and was not sleeping all day long or all night long. So, however, I'm doing this again on my own, and at least you can see the animals. I'm not that important. So yeah, I've been showing this before. This is like the basic setup that we do use for babies. When we receive a litter, we always provide 2 hiding places. Usually they are not that much using it. We always put the water bowl in the middle of the tub because, as you can see, the babies tend to pile up, and usually they do this especially after they were born. They start to pile up in the corner. So this is why we are not putting the water bowl in the corner, just leave a bit of the space, and then we are providing 2 hiding places just in case they like to use it. And this is like kind of the setup how we keep them for the first few weeks, and of course directly after birth we are using kitchen towel as underground. The newspaper follows as soon as the babies are out of their first shed. So this is like how we are doing it. In case you have different experiences, just let me know. This is like just the best way that we figured out to work with. And once the babies are out of their first shed, we would still keep them in that kind of tub for like maybe 2 weeks, or so, and for 2 weeks, and then we're gonna separate them. So this is where the smaller racks come at play. In case you haven't seen that setup yet, those tubs here, they all have ventilation holes on both sides. What's quite important, and on top of every rack row is a heat mat. So in the end, The idea is that the heat mat on top, of course, is giving heat from above, because every layer or every row got a heat tape on top. It is for this one here, it gets heat from the top and also from the bottom. And this is like all the way down, and to provide also heat from both sides for the very for the row on the on the down. There is a heat mat beneath as well. So this is like an additional one. So every row got heat from both sides, from the top and the bottom. So that's pretty handy. So this is what it looks like when we are separating them. We always have one card, like here, for example. This is our Red Dragon litter bred to a labby het Red Dragon, and we have the date of birth on it. We have the booking numbers, and we know it is 37 babies. So this was a really huge litter. And these babies are been separated now here. Every baby got its own card. So we have, like, you know, okay, this is a labby het Red Dragon. No, it's a labby Red Dragon. It's a male, and it got its booking number. And so when we are cleaning, the babies, you get quite busy, so you have a lot of things to do, and to help during this process to not mix up the tubs, we put these colored dots on it. So yellow means, okay, all these babies, they belong to the same litter, and at the very end there is one box, and this is just the exchange box during the cleaning process to make it easier. So you are able, in case you have a dirty box, then you grab the exchange box, you can make it ready, put in a new bowl, put in a new hiding place, whatever is needed, whatever is dirty, and then you just have to put the animal in, and that's it. And then you have the next box free to make it ready, etc., etc. So at the end, this is our idea to do so, and to avoid that the boxes or babies from different litter are mixed in different boxes. I hope you get it. So yeah, this is like the basic setup here. This is a double het Red Dragon male. They do have a hiding place. In case you haven't seen it, these are our self-made hiding places, with a hole on top, and this is comes very handy, especially when you start feeding the babies for the very first time, because in case they are sitting in the hiding place, you can provide the mouse from the top without disturbing the animal. And also, in case they do not want to feed, that's quite funny, because for many years, just a second. Hey Tom, is it you that I was sending the pictures like 5 minutes ago? So, however, I want to show you to close these holes when the babies do not want to feed, and they were sitting inside. I put the mouse inside, and to close it, I was using kitchen towel to do so. And one day I was like, "Hey Hector, how are you doing?" And one day I thought, why shall I not put the water bowl on top of it to close it, to keep the animals inside? like this. Sometimes it can be so easy, but I was like doing this for years, and now it feels a bit like, how stupid can you be to not think of that? But it never came to my mind that it can be any easier. And even before this, when we had animals that were making troubles with feeding for the very first time, we even I put it in a separate small box and put it in the closet. So yeah, but that's probably how it looks like when you improve with the time. That's kind of the same feeling I have. I mean, this is just a fucking water hose, but it was, for me, it was like I was inventing a rocket. Because when I started with breeding boas, I used to have like, I don't know, 16, yeah, probably 16 big wooden cages. Those actually are the very first, some of the very first that we built during my university years. We were building it in the flat. I had one roommate, and hey, what's up? I had one roommate, and we had a 3-room flat. My roommate obviously had one room. I had a very tiny room, and it's in this flat, also with my quarantine area. That was basically like 2 stacked cages, and the big room that was supposed to be the living room was the snake room. So we haven't had any space in that whole flat, because the living room was actually just a snake room or a boa room, and yeah, all of the parties took place in the kitchen. What was also quite nice, but however, we built those here in the entrance area of this flat. So that was a wild, really wild time. And however, when I started with this, that's what I wanted to say, I was using this here to change the water. And I don't know how often I was going to back and forth to get water, to exchange the water, but it was crazy. And then when we moved in here, I got this water hose, and it still feels like I I was crying because it was so great to not carry around lots and lots of water every day. So yeah, fantastic. That's how it goes. However, where have we been? Yeah, so this is like the basic setup, and we are just using simple water bowls. We use those hiding places. I can really recommend it. They are super easy to build. Basically, you can buy regular kitchen bowls and drill a hole in it. So that's it, and it works perfectly. You just need to pay attention to the edges, that you are that they are not sharp, but that's about it. And then you can also use it in different sizes. Of course, you just also should need to pay attention. This is a stop. What is stop? Why stop? This is a bigger bowl, and this is like a VPI levy in super deep chat. What I want to say is that you just need to pay attention to the size of the hole, because when you start doing this for bigger animals, the animals can stuck in it. So you just need to pay attention that the hole is big enough for the animals using. So this is like, it just needs to be adjusted. And for the big animals, probably have seen this as well. We are using these, what is it? Plant, whatever, bowls. And we don't have a hole in it on top to avoid animals getting stuck. So it's just like completely open to the bottom. This right here is the VPI Sunglow from my Weirdo litter. Still unsure what is causing this color, but I'm very much looking forward to find out what's causing it, and also to find out if it is reproducible. So this would be quite fantastic. I do have another female that looks kind of like this male, and so they are meant to breed hopefully soon, probably like end of next year, I guess. So that's like it's always the same. Like probably all the projects we have here are long-term projects, whether it's the VPI Sun Dragon or like the Habanero project, our VPI Sunglow Leopards, etc., etc. So do me a favor and just let me know in case you're having any questions. So it's then it feels a bit more like a conversation for me. We even extended, by the way, our racks. We had these backup racks here. So for this year's season, we got them out again. Do have, this is really a pain, but this is a really nice lipstick albino. It is so hard to capture the color of those animals. Tom, in case you're still watching, this was one of the female red dragon I've been showing. I sent a picture of. So these are also babies from 2023. And yeah, let's keep talking about, let's see your best jungle. All right. Challenge accepted. My best jungle, I mean, it depends on, like, this is definitely one of the animals I like the most when it comes to the pattern. Of course, the color is also like, this is a nice hypo jungle, 100% had VPI blood, and yeah, this is the kind of pattern I was always dreaming of, and we are so lucky that this year we had a few. This is a more light one, but still like a crazy beautiful litter pattern. Let's have a look. My main challenge is that I'm not always sure where the animals are now, because right now this is the time where we are rearranging like everything at our facility. So I'm always looking around to find the animals. I know they are here, but I don't know exactly where they are. Like few years ago, I was still doing most of the stuff on my own, but it's got way too big now that I'm not able to do this anymore. And so when Andre, my employee is rearranging the animals. That's, for me, it's a bit like looking around. I'm sure we have some of those animals, but I'm not able to find it right now. So that's the most painful time of the year, because I'm pretty confident that we used to have a VPI Sanglo jungle, at least 2 of them, but we just need to find them. So they used to be here, and they are still here. All right. Baby leopards. Yeah, we do have some baby leopards. I think so, at least. Maybe some hyper leopards. So this here is a VPI Sanglo jungle female. Next to a sibling VPI Sanglo jungle female. Right now I don't believe that we have leopard babies. We do have sub-adult albino leopards, and maybe even a Sanglo leopard. And a sunclips. Sunclips is a Sanglo leopard motley. For those of you that are wondering. So this is one of the sunclipses. Some, as you can see, some of the animals definitely tend to light up. The head, interesting wise. Yeah, sure. Tom, send me a message on WhatsApp. For all of you that are watching, and in case you have any questions, WhatsApp is always like a good way to send messages. I do my best to be very responsive. This is a Sanglo leopard, male. Also a very nice one. Here is another Sanglo leopard. And here, one of my favorites. This is a high clips. The high clips are definitely one of my favorite ones. The pattern is super nice. They have a very nice intense color. Yeah. All right. My biggest boar. That is not that easy, but probably one of those babies here are some of the biggest. This is a snow motley and a moonglow motley, both been produced in 2018. So the challenge is always that our animals are not used to get handled, and so we always need to pay very close attention to not get bitten. Andre, my employee, can tell you quite some stories about this. And up here, we do have two very big females. These are 2017. This is the VPI Sanglo Jungle and the VPI Suntech Poshead Annery. I just need a hook. So talking about beautiful jungle, this female here, 6 years old, VPI Sanglo jungle. She been produced at our place as well. Same is for the VPI Suntech over here. Definitely more lighter, but she got a very, very beautiful like kind of purple color all over her body. So let's see if we can show a bit more. Same as usual, filming and handling those animals. It's not that easy, but so just to give you an idea. On the screen, she definitely looks not that spectacular as in real. The Suntech, this is a Sanglo Aztec. Sanglo Aztec, and this one is also Poshead Anery. So this is definitely a huge, very huge female. We even consider on letting those 2 females go, but this is unfortunately shipping wise is not that oh, it is easy, but it's quite expensive as well. Our breeder Anery leopard. Yes, I can show this one. You know my facility too good. You know exactly what kind of animals we have here. So this male this is a pastel Anery leopard, and this male is a sire of our ghost head VPI snow glow leopards. This is like talking about long-term projects. This is like this one here. This is a pastel Anery, 100% head VPI, 100% head leopard. So what I'm looking forward to see is VPI snow leopard and also VPI snow glow leopards. Like this one here. This actually is the VPI Aztec snow leopard. The head is crazy colorful, nice dark pattern. And just imagine such an animal as VPI snow or VPI snow glow. Yeah, in my head, they gonna look fantastic, and I'm about to find out. So this is basically like VPI snow glow. Yeah, we do have het VPI leopards, the ghosts. The ghosts are het VPI leopard, and the aneries that we have available. They are especially what the cool thing is. Those are sub-adults. So with the males, probably end of the year, you can already work. The females definitely need more time, as usual. So here we do have a VPI snow glow. And of course, they come in very, very different forms, shapes, colors. Here we have a nice, this should be a male VPI snow glow, very light, with a nice purple color. And look at this tail. That is crazy. And this is why what I prefer about the VPI stuff is that at babies, the babies usually are not that spectacular, but the older they get, the better the VPI looks. And so, for example, this here, yeah, this is a nice example. This is a VPI. I don't have added VPI snow glow here to show you, but this here is a VPI Suntech. And as you can see, it is a bit kind of light brownish. The tail is definitely red, but the animals are not that spectacular, to be honest, as babies. Same here with, this is a very nice VPI Adstick, 100% head anery. Yes, 100% head anery. But I can already tell, especially the head is covered in red, in light red. And this gonna look crazy when they get older, like here. Look at this. And this is what I like when it comes to the VPI stuff, that they look better and better as they mature. We do have Superfire babies here, yes, and we also have a red dragon to show. Superfires, where are the Superfires? We do have Superfires from last year, and also a couple of babies from this year. We just need to find them. Here we are. This is a Superfire female from 2022. Like 90% of the animals I'm showing today are also available, by the way. Here we do have a Superfire male. Yes, we have Superfires available. But we prefer, we've had quite some bad experiences with Superfires that we sold as babies. So this is why right now only the 2022 animals are available at all. We are not making 2023 animals available. We are waiting minimum 1 year before we are making them available. here are a few animals, a few holdbacks we have. They are not weaker. Actually, they are pretty strong, and they are also very nice. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like that they are just dying without any cause. In our case, it's been that like a few animals, they were not able to poop. So that's like a very weird thing. But this was not working, and so they were dying after a couple of months. And so for us, we never had any bad experiences with animals that have been older than 12 months. So for us, this is like the solution to deal with this kind of challenge here. So the last time we have been doing a live, you were asking for a VPI eclipse. And actually, this dark one here, this is a VPI eclipse. So this is the case why I'm always saying that it's important to have hypo in your VPI leopard projects, because the hypo helps lighten up everything. This is like when you compare VPI leopards and like habaneros, so Sanglo VPI leopards. The hypo is, in my opinion, the hypo is the key to increase the color. You can say like the same for VPI Sun Dragon. If you have been watching my lives lately, you probably already have seen those animals as well. Like this VPI Sun Dragon here. And if you compare this to the babies, once again, you can see that the babies, you cannot judge VPI animals by the appearance as a youngborn, as a baby. They definitely need some time to increase their color, to develop the color. And I'm very, very pleased with the look of the VPI Sun Dragon now. All right, so let's get back to our setup. One of the main challenges. I have no VPI Bloods prices yet in mind. To be honest, I definitely need to do this because we're gonna have some animals available, but. Right now, I don't have any quotes in mind. Another thing I wanted to talk about is one of the main challenges that we experienced when dealing with those rack systems. We are using this type of thermal control, and of course, as all of them, they do have these external sensors. And like when we started working with this, the sensors, they were just placed in one of the tubs where actually an animal was sitting in. And the challenge was that my employees, they needed to take it out, the sensor, to clean the animal. And they need to remember to put it back in. And this is where the challenge started. Because every now and then, especially when you had new employees, they forgot about it, and then it gets really dangerous, as you know, because the sensor feels it is too cold. We need more heat, so it's constantly heating, but of course never achieves the temperature that it's looking for. So what we've done then is that we are blocking a hole. First of all, we attached those remove before flight stickers. So I was working in the airplane industry for about a decade. So I knew those tags. So we added them to make it a bit more obvious that there is a sensor out there. But even this was not helping us. And they still forgot it every now and then to put it back in. Here's another one. And now we blocked a whole box and we covered it so you're not able to open it to avoid that, that someone forgets to put the sensor back in. And like for many years we were even working with a different type of thermal control. This is like a digital version. And I can control everything with an app, and this is what I really like about it. So it doesn't matter where I am. I can be on vacation or whatever. I can check the temperatures. I can adjust the temperatures. So this is like, I'm not getting paid by this company, by the way, but I really like it. We used to, when we received the very first lot, when we started working with those, it was a bit of a pain. I was actually buying just one to test it, and I ordered it from Amazon, and I tested it, and it was gorgeous. It was working really good, and etc. etc. So I was ordering. I wanted to order a few more, but apparently they were sold out, and not sold out like just on Amazon or whatever. They were sold out everywhere. So I was getting in touch with the company, and I was forced to go through Alibaba and buy from this company directly. And of course, I was like, maybe I needed 10 pieces or whatever, or 12 of them, but the minimum order was 50. So I was the proud owner of 50 of those thermocontrols here, and this lot did not work, and it was like having problems and failures. Like it was really a pain, and after a long discussion with this company, they replaced the order. And now everything works really good, very satisfied with it, and I cannot imagine changing anything like this. So I'm very, very much satisfied by using those thermal controls. But even though this is also not avoiding mistakes, I was asking an electrician to help me to make it more professional. The way you cannot imagine, like when I was looking between the rack systems, all you saw were cables, because I was like basically doing it like you're doing at home. I was having a plug-in for every single heat mat, and so this needed to change. So I was asking an electrician to do this. So now I do have those here to turn the heat mats on and off. That's quite handy, and you don't need to pull out every single heat mat. However, when he was doing the work, when he was doing this, he made a mistake, and he was not letting the electricity going through the thermal control panel. It was going around, so I had two rack systems on full power, and unfortunately, I found out too late, and we lost, I believe, 13 animals. So this is like probably the biggest danger when we are keeping our boas or our animals in general in the rack systems or in the cages, is we need to double check everything heating wise. We need to do this very, very safe, and we need to double check it for sure, everything, and control it. And like the biggest loss, the most painful loss that I had due to a heat mat problem, that was our habanero female. Some of you might have seen it. I've been posting a lot of pictures of her like a few years ago. This was such an incredible animal and such a deep pinkish color, very, very intense. And yeah, this is like, and we haven't been able to produce an animal that looks like her again since. So this really is super painful, especially for the whole project, and yeah, and of course also for the animal. No question about it. So here we do have a hypo leopard, POS head VPI. So talking about this project, I hope that those beauties will produce some habanero babies for us soon. The whole project is, yeah, it remains a challenge. I mean, we do have a few of the habaneros, we do have a few VPI leopards, but it is quite a challenge when you are working with, like with her. This is the hypo motley 100% head VPI leopard, and if you are breeding a hypo, let's say hypo head VPI leopard to her, this is like Celtic VPI head leopard or leopard head blood. I can decide. I'm not sure if I'm gonna find it, but I can decide. We do have Sanglo 100% head blood leopard. So this project definitely is one of my favorites. Once again, we do have the challenge that we just need to find it. We did produce a few, like very beautiful, very intense albino 100% head, 100% head blood leopards. They are incredibly colorful. Let's see. Yeah. This here, this is a Sanglo 100% head blood leopard male. Definitely a bit more the light one of the family. Here is another one. This is a female. We do, I believe we only have this pair available. Sanglo head blood leopard. Here is another one. The other albinos, they've been way more colorful. They already gone. You can see the Sonoran influence here. He's ready. That's like the downside. Those animals, if you're working with leopard combos, blood combos, they are bastards. And mostly all of them. So it's there's no exception. It's no fun at all, especially when they are still in the tub, like a big pile of hissing and striking animals that are ready to finish you. So, and that's also the case with our. We do have some at stake 100% head Spectre. Head Spectre is head Black Eye Unry, so head BEA, and head VPI. I've been posting a picture of a newborn lately. That's been IMG Spectre, IMG Hypospectre. So we finally produced the very first Spectre this year. And those are 2022 babies. This here is an IMG 100% head Spectre. And another one. All right. So, any comments I missed? Yeah, so, and those are the big cages that gern geschehen. So those are the big cages that we built when we moved in here. They don't fit through the door, so that's the downside. We should stay here forever. And those cages here are 2.40 meters in length. So that's about, what is it, 8 feet? I'm not that good at it, but I guess it's like 8 feet. So, and you've been asking for the biggest animal that we have here. When you see this cage with 2.40 meters in length, and this female here, so this is like, she probably is like about 2.40 meters. And down here is another big girl. Probably the oldest that we got here at my place. She's been born in 2009 at VPI in Texas. So I got her and a few of her siblings from Tracy Barker, and we imported them, like, I believe must have been 2010, 2011, 2010. Most probably 2010, and she's here ever since. Mother to quite a few of our VPI snow glue litter. Very proud that we have her here, and that she keeps producing animals like this. So back again to our cages. Our cages, they are quite easy built. So we have a heat mat here, but most of the times they are not used by the animals. In our experience, only pregnant females are using it. So we do have on every side, we do have ventilation holes. Like, of course, on one side it's on the down area, and then we have the ventilation holes up here. So you have a nice ventilation all through through the cage. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We do have pretty simple lights for our boas here, LED lights, and the remaining heat that is necessary for the animals is because we heat the whole room that I'm in here. So it's like all year round we do have like 27 degrees here and a few missing degrees, so 27 degrees Celsius, of course. And the remaining degrees, they come because of the heat mat that is used. So that's like a super simple setup. I know that it is a real pain when you need to heat single cages. Best case or worst case, when you need to heat a cage in a super cold room, yeah, then you have the real challenge. So that is like super comfy for us here because we are just heating the whole room and makes it way more easier, and we don't need a lot of technique, a lot of stuff to heat every single cage itself. Then we are always providing like a big water bowl, and we have these daily cups that we are using. So we are also like not mixing up the water bowls between the big cages. Every cage got a thermometer, so we are checking also the humidity, of course. But for the boas, in our experience, you need to pay attention that the humidity is not too high. So this is like the main, probably one of the main hacks that I can tell you, is to not keep them too wet, because then you can have problems with, damn it, what is it called? Yeah, they can basically get a cold. So any respiratory infections, etc., etc. So of course you should spray and you should pay attention to the humidity, that it's also not getting too dry, but always allow the bedding to dry again before you spray. Again. Yeah. And always pay attention. I would never, that's like a very funny story. If someone says you should never spray without a reference to the humidity, because I've had the experience once that someone was like, you should never spray water when you are keeping, I believe it was blood pythons. And this is like the wrong way to say this, because some of us, they live in countries where they need to heat a lot, that you have a lot of dry heat, and then you have a very low humidity. Compared to someone who lives in Florida, you might not be spraying water when you're living in Florida, but you definitely want to spray water to increase the humidity when you are living in northern Norway, and you have like only dry heat like most time of the year. So always check, and it's not like, oh, I'm doing it that often, I'm spraying this often. This is not the question. The question is, what is the downside? What is your minimum level of humidity? What is your maximum level of humidity that you are keeping your animals at? And if someone is living in Florida, for example, and you have like permanent 70% humidity, I most likely agree that you should not be spraying water. But so it's always important to not ask how often do you take care of the humidity. Just check if they are even looking at it. Do they have a control to check the humidity, or is it just like, oh, I've never done it and it's not necessary, and they shed fine, I have no respiratory infections, etc., etc. Yeah, okay, it makes sense, but check the humidity itself, and then you can like giving advice on how often you should spray water or not, or if you should avoid it. I hope you get my point. So, another animal I like to show off. This guy is a labby, 100% het VPI, proven breeder. He is also one of those that we are letting go. So we do have a few ready to breed animals available, a few males, also proven breeders. And once again, you can see the labby, how light the labbies become. That is very nice. All right. So, for IMG and Ducker animal, I can recommend UVB. They look so much better if they get it. I cannot confirm this. If this is the case, that's awesome. I've never looked deeper into this. Where do I have my favorite? Where is my favorite animal? Black Devil. This is like one of the most incredible animals I've ever produced. I really like that they keep this light bit of pattern, and the iridescence is just that's just ridiculous. I have seen or reproduced a Motley IMG. Motley IMG, like a few years back, that's been kind of similar, but it was all black without any pattern. So this is what I really like about the BEA, or the Black Devil, that they kind of keep a bit of the pattern. So that's very, very, very nice. Okay, so it's been more than an hour now, and in case you have any questions, this is the time to send them over, because as I told you, my wife is visiting my parents-in-law with our kids. So today is like my day, and probably I'm gonna sleep on the couch at 8 p.m. No, it's definitely a crazy feeling without the kids. It's so quiet, and it feels unreal. Okay, so it's been a great chat, and thanks to all of you who've been attending this live stream. In case you like the content, in case you like the live streams, please leave a thumbs up. Please share the videos. Please share the channel. Subscribe to this channel. So it's like it's always helps a lot, and the support is very much appreciated. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see us again real soon. And in case you have any questions, just shoot me a WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number, I guess it's also shown on our Instagram page. Otherwise, just shoot me a message. We are using WhatsApp, Signal, etc., etc. All right, thanks a lot. Take care. Enjoy your Saturday. See you soon. Bye-bye.